costume. It's just plain old Sage today. But I have a few little things that I wanted to share with everybody, just about kind of the future of the channel. So I just sort of wanted to put it all in one place, just so everyone knows we're all kind of on the same page. So I thought we could just kind of have a little chat today. So I've got my tea here. We're just gonna chat for a little bit. Now, if you follow me on Twitter or on Instagram, you might know this already, but a few of you probably haven't heard yet. I posted this in a community post about a week and a half ago or so, and I had a bunch of people say like, oh, I had no idea. I was like, oh yeah, I guess I should just like talk about it, put it out there. So I'm just gonna share everything right here so that we're all on the same page going forward, okay? So for those of you who may not know, I am married. I am not 18 years old, nor am I 21. I have a lot of people who think that I'm younger than I am, but I'm older than that. I'm married. I have 2 kids, 2 little boys, and I have another one on the way. I am pregnant. I'm due actually in the middle of March, but it might actually be a little bit sooner than that. That's a long story, whatever. But anyway, so I am expecting another baby soon. So that's gonna lead to a whole lot of changes in my life. But hopefully not a whole lot of changes on the channel. I'll explain that in a minute. I know the title, it says like, I'm leaving, but not really. So this is what I mean. I found out last July that I was pregnant. And basically since then, I have been kind of batch recording or just kind of recording some extra bonus videos as much as I can. I unfortunately don't have as many as I wanted to have. There were just a few kind of family emergency things and some health things that had to take precedence. But I do have a good amount of content pre-recorded, and a lot of that is edited and everything too. So I knew that I wanted to be able to take sort of a maternity leave once the baby came, but I didn't want to just like not have any content at all. So I've been pre-recording so that I can kind of, anticipate that a little bit. Because I've had kids before. Obviously, I have 2 children. But I've never had 2 children and a puppy and a house to take care of and a channel to take care of all at the same time. And a new baby. So we're preparing as much as we can, but if you have children or if you are, close to somebody who has children, you know that it often changes everything about your life. So I wanted to give myself a good amount of time to just kind of adjust and heal and find the new normal, our new family normal. So also this pregnancy has been just a little bit more challenging, like physically, than my other 2 were, and I'm anticipating that might translate into a difficult labor and some healing needed after that too, physically and possibly mentally too. After my first son was born, I had a pretty severe bout with postpartum depression, and mostly it was so bad because I didn't know that I had it, and I was just suffering in silence, thinking that there was just something wrong with me when it could have been treated if I had been diagnosed. Now I am older. I am far more aware of what PPD looks like, and I'm on a medication already, like for anxiety and depression, like a pregnancy safe one. So I'm not anticipating it be as bad as that first time, but there's always the chance that symptoms are going to get worse. At least I'm aware of it now. My doctor is aware of it. So hopefully it won't be too bad, but there might be a little bit of time of adjustment for that too. So I have about 2 months worth of content already recorded. And that's enough videos to do 2 uploads a week, which is what I like to do. Often I go down to 1, especially like the second half of last year, because there were, like I said, health things and some family things that came up and were a little bit hard and a little scary. But I want to try to stick to 2 uploads a week. So I have enough for about 2 months of 2 uploads a week. Now, if I'm posting those videos and I'm still just like not feeling like I'm going to be well adjusted by the end of those 2 months, I might start to post them a little bit more spread out, maybe every 5 days, or maybe just go down to 1 a week for the last month or so, just to kind of see how I'm doing, you know. But then again, I might be doing okay earlier too, you know. I might be able to, you know, take a few days and feel like recording. One thing that's really important when you have a brand new baby, first of all, when you have a baby, a lot of life is just kind of survival mode, especially for the baby. Like, you just are keeping the child alive. And it can be really all-consuming. And something that I kind of, a pitfall that I fell into with my first child was I just lost all of who I was as a person. And I was just mom. And while obviously like that came from a place of love, that's not healthy for me. You know, I wasn't Sage anymore. I was just mom, and that was my entire identity. And that's not something that is healthy. So my second child, I did a little bit better at like adjusting and obviously still giving my baby all the care that he needed, but being able to kind of, you know, do things that I enjoyed too, for me, you know. And that's not a selfish thing, you know. As a parent, you want to give your child everything, all of you. But that's not a sustainable thing to do. There's a phrase that says you can't fill from an empty cup. You know, if I'm feeling empty, I don't have anything to give left, you know. So you definitely need to make sure that you're also taking care of yourself while also taking care of your child. So that's a lesson that I learned the hard way the first time around. The second time around was definitely easier. So, and again, I'm older and I'm wiser now, so hopefully that will be not nearly as much of an issue. But that being said, there might be a time, like, you know, after a month or so, where I'm like, hey, I'm feeling good. Let's put some makeup on and record a fun video, you know. But it might also take some time to heal. So I just kind of want to give myself some flexibility with that and give myself some grace. So I'll post in a community post, kind of keep you guys updated as much as I can. But hopefully the content and the channel as a whole won't be actually changing all that much. Now, the things that will be changing, I probably will not be doing premieres for videos for a while. I know there's a core group of you who are almost always at premieres, and it's so much fun to get to chat with you and, you know, hear your reaction to the video live, and also just, you know, get to know you a little bit more too. Like, I really, really love doing premieres, but that's something that I'm just not sure I'll be able to commit to right away. So that will probably be less. I might be responding to comments a little bit slower and things like that too. Not that I'm always like super on top of that. I try to be. Sometimes I just forget or I don't have time. But so my personal presence might be a little bit less, especially, you know, that first month or whatever. But for the most part, I'm going to try to still, you know, be around as much as I can. Now, for those of you who are patrons or who are members of the channel, thank you so much for your support, as always. I have pretty much all of my patron and membership things already filmed for the next few months. So don't worry about that being like a stressful thing. I try to batch those as much as I can just so it's not like stressful for me. sometimes I'm not super organized and it's still a little bit stressful, but not this time. I'm good. I got everything figured out. So don't you worry about that. That's gonna be fine. The one thing that is changing with Patreon is at my highest tier, I offer a custom video every month, where you and we chat and I make a video especially just for you. And I have one wonderful patron at that level right now. And normally I have 3 slots open for that, but I'm going to be cutting that down to just the 1. So I won't be able to get new patrons at that level right now. Just one less thing that I have to, anticipate and be able to film once a month and that kind of stuff. So that will be back if custom videos is something that you're interested in, even if it's just, once, you don't have to stay on that level for very long. It can just be the 1 time or 2 times or whatever. One time I had someone who did like a little mini 3-part series, which was really fun to work on. But if that's something that sounds interesting to you, it will be back, just probably not until like May or June. Again, we'll kind of see how I'm doing. I'm anticipating that I can, open those slots back up like in May. But otherwise, the other tiers, the exclusive video, the ramble videos where I talk more about the world and Whisperwind, the tier where you get maps, and of course video polls and things like that, that will all still be the same. So don't worry too much about that. I've got that figured out for the most part. I think that is probably it as far as changes. Yeah, if you follow me on social media, which if you don't, it's fine, but if you want to, the links are in the description. I'll probably be updating a little more there. Once he's actually here. Oh, it's a boy. I'll probably get that question. So it's a boy. I have 2 boys, and yes, I'm having another boy. I'm a boy mom. That's what it is, and I love it. I love being a boy mom. Also, to those of you who have bought things from my baby registry, thank you so much. I had no idea what to expect with that. I had a few people ask about a registry, and so I just kind of posted it on Twitter, and I was like, no obligation. There's never any obligation for anything like that, but if you're interested, whatever, here you go. And I got a dozen Amazon packages within the next couple days, and I was like, holy cow. So I'm still planning on filming kind of an unboxing video of that, and we'll make it sort of a little mini YouTube baby shower maybe. So thank you so much for that. Again, absolutely no obligation, but just because I know there will be a few people who ask them, I'll put that link in the description as well, or in a comment if I forget. Or you can comment and tell me, hey Sage, you didn't put your link in there, and I'll put it in there. Totally, completely no obligation, but it's been a few years since we've had a baby, and we have moved states twice since then. So a lot of our baby stuff we kind of got rid of, and some of it was starting to not be in great shape after living through 2 wild boys anyway. So we have quite a bit, but there are still a few things that we could maybe use. So I made a registry just for the heck of it in case somebody was interested, but like I said, absolutely no obligation. You just being here and watching videos and liking them and subscribing and commenting and all of that is amazing support. I don't know that people really fully understand how meaningful all of that stuff is, and that's all totally free, so I appreciate all of the support. I appreciate being able to just share this adventure with you. It's honestly such a joy, and it's something that I really, really cherish. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the adventure, and I'll see you later.